Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Panel to Panel. With me, I have Tony Polanco,
What's going on, people? Let's do this.
Emilio Lopez,
Spider-Man.
and the homie Sky.
What up, what up, what up?
Shortly, we'll have Hated jumping on to the show to discuss everything with us, but we'll announce that whenever he jumps in. But yeah, Daredevil Season 2 comes out on this Friday.
What's coming out again, man?
Nice, man. And I'm glad that was that particular cover, too. We'll address that in a moment. But, yeah, we got Daredevil Season 2 coming out in its entirety on Netflix on Friday, specifically at, 3 a.m. Eastern?
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, so first, let's get everybody's impressions of the first season of Daredevil. Tony, start us off.
Man, okay. As you can see, I'm a big Daredevil fan, right? Have been for years, right? I was very, very let down by that fucking movie with Ben Affleck, right? So I was so happy to finally get the Daredevil I've been reading all my life. You know, this was true to the character, and I was just so impressed by the way it was all put together. Like, I was expecting greatness, and they gave me even more than that, man. Like, and you know, I just finished rewatching it. I love how it really does feel like a 13-hour movie. All the little things that they crop up, they all come in together and stuff to really form like a really awesome story and stuff. It was just fantastic, man. Like, I'm ready to see it again for a third time. That's how good it is, man. Couldn't say enough, good things about it. It's great, fucking great.
Word, yeah, I'm actually on my third viewing of it now. I'm trying to finish everything before Friday.
Yes.
What about you, Sky? What did you think of the first season?
First season is great. It is great. Like Tony said, man, it's like a 13-hour movie, and everything pops up. I like the pacing. It didn't give you too much too fast. It paced it out really well. But there are, like, watching it for the second time around, there are moments where I'm like, you could have did things a little differently there, homie. You kind of messed yourself up with some things. But for the most part, I mean, we like to say it's true to the character, though. So, I mean, there's things I may have wanted him to do that he just doesn't do. But like I said, I like the way everything works out. I love the fact that we didn't get a Daredevil in a red suit right off the bat. My highlights of it is the.
Oh, you cutting out on the Sky.
Uh-oh.
Got to get that hamster going, man. Got to give him some more food.
You know.
Oh, we'll come back to you, Scott. But hey, what up, Mike? Welcome to the panel to panel Daredevil special, sir.
Yeah.
You know, his hamster's not going either.
Yeah, no hamsters today, man. They're on break today, man.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to Manny. What did you think of the first season of Daredevil, sir?
I loved it. I thought it was, the right mix of some of the stuff from the Men Without Fear storyline to also like, adding a little bit extra things that are new. I did want to see some more stuff from that storyline, but I didn't really miss it. As far as like the whole him kind of making mistakes, and I feel like he's still pretty new at it. He can fuck up a couple times. You live and you learn.
Daredevil year one, right?
Yeah, Daredevil year one. You gotta mess. You gotta fuck up sometimes, and then finally get there. I did like one thing where they kind of slowly but surely revealed his origin, as opposed to kind of like most of the time they just literally just bump this whole origin shit right in the beginning. You get little bits of it, throughout the whole story, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And also just the fights, they just felt really, they felt heavy and real and pretty realistic. He wasn't like running, like flipping off of walls like the Affleck one was, but which was still cool looking. Like that fight scene was pretty awesome. But the one where he fights all those thugs in the bar, I thought that was nice. But I just definitely think that what makes Daredevil what he is the fact that he is human, the fact that he can get beat the hell out of and still keep going,
Yeah, like I had forgotten how quickly because y'all were talking about the mistakes. Like you watched the whole first episode and it's so well put together. In the second episode, it opens with him in the garbage in the dumpster, like nearly dead.
And that's like a perfect way to begin something. It's like, okay, we left him off. He was pretty awesome. Like he's triumphant. He did what he needed to do. And then the next one is like he's in a dumpster.
Yeah, like he jumped the gun just a little bit too much. You gotta work it up in tears. But Hater, are you there yet? We got you working on the mic.
My man still muted
wait, sorry.
furious.
I had myself muted. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. So wait, what's the question?
Right now, we're talking about the
No,
first
he was talking about
season.
season 1. I heard him what he said about season 1. I didn't know if that's what you were asking me or.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I'm not a big Daredevil fan. I mean, I've read some of his comics in the past. He's not like one of my favorite characters or anything, but I really, really dug the show, mainly because of how gritty it was. And I don't want to say dark because it wasn't exactly. It wasn't like overall dark. It was just kind of like it was just real, quote unquote, if you get what I'm saying. And the action sequences were, I mean, they top notch doesn't do it justice. They were great to watch. It was a really enjoyable series for me, and it was one. I think it was due to Daredevil because the last piece of media I saw him in was the movie that we saw that should not be named, right? We don't want to talk about that. So
he kind of already named it, so.
Oh, God damn it! Yeah, that's true. Anyway, the show was great. And you know me, I didn't even really want to watch. Charles knows I didn't even want to watch it in the beginning. But I had enough people, telling me, "Oh, you're really missing out here. It's a really good show." I checked it out, and I'm definitely checking out season 2. I'll put it like that. And action sequence wise, I don't think I've seen anything like that from in the West from a West production ever. Like it was really good. So I'm really excited for season 2.
It was Bourne level combat.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And like it was really well done. And I really enjoyed the show, and I don't think it's far-fetched to say that this is the best visual feature that Marvel has done. And I'm including their films, I'm including their other TV shows as well. Which it's unfair to a degree to compare the TV shows to the film because you have so much better character development in the TV show. Most times you expect it at least. But out of all of the things that they've done, it has been the single thing I've enjoyed the most.
Yeah, and just to add to that, okay, let's just be real here. Marvel's movies generally don't really have good villains, right? They're kind of mediocre. Kingpin was probably the best Marvel villain that we've seen, like MCU villain,
And I think that's hold on, wait. Because Loki was good, but the thing is, with Kingpin, you had so much more time to have him develop, and having him transition from what he was in the beginning until in the van, I am the ill intent, and everything beyond that, like it was incredible to see. And even if you didn't like the Jessica Jones show, even then the Purple Man's character development was better.
I was just about to say that, like Marvel's TV villains are better than the movie ones.
But that's not 100% true because the villains in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are not as good as the Daredevil
that's true.
and Jessica Jones. Because but they're kind of monster of the week situations.
Yeah.
Agents of the S.H.I.E.L.D. Or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Wow.
Well, man, Grant, he's a pretty good villain the way he evolved. That's a whole other story, though.
Yeah, it's like spoiler alert, it's not even Grant anymore. So you know what I'm saying? But I love the Daredevil show. Like in the pacing, the grittiness, the combat, the story itself was really well done. I've read a lot of Daredevil comics. I can't say that I'm like a Daredevil stan or anything. My dad had a bunch of Daredevil comics, but he wasn't one of my favorite characters when I was reading them. But the show definitely pushed him up there for me, and it was really entertaining. Now, were there any negative things that y'all have from the first season that y'all hope to have rectified in the second season?
For me, the only problem I had was the way his suit looked at the end.
Yeah,
that was my only issue with it, and it was just. It was really just not the bottom part of it. The bottom part was okay. It's just the cut of the face. Like he just looked like he had a ball head. Like the new one that they showed recently. That one looks a lot better.
Yeah, and while I totally understand, they did a good job of making it where the suit that he had was practical. He needed it for the things. He was getting his ass stabbed, shot, all of this. He needed. But like, I really liked the more minimalistic look before the suit popped up. I mean, I don't know. It just looks like he's got to be Ben Affleck stiff in that suit.
The only thing about the Affleck one is that suit looked good. That looked like the Daredevil. But
it did look better. That's true. But what about you, Scott?
The only thing, and what I think is going to get rectified in this second season was the whole Black Sky with the little kid and Nobu and them trying to get this weapon. And it seems like it's kind of going to get played out more because of the whole hand situation we're going to get. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit because we're going to talk about it, but it seems to me that it's going to get rectified. But it was just kind of like they wanted to have Stick there for a reason. Stick was there for this reason. And that's why we had Stick. It worked because the pacing of it worked because it wasn't like, oh, this is who trained him and we got it in the beginning. We didn't get Stick to what, episode 6?
Something like that, yeah.
Episode 6 and 7.
Yeah, and even more so,
Stick, so it's
even more so with Stick and Black Sky, the guy that he was talking to. I hope we get that answer also. Do y'all remember that when he was talking about the doors opening and all that?
Yep.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get answers to that because I think all of those things were more related to Iron Fist than they were.
I was about to say that, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that don't be surprised if we don't get answers for those things at all, and they're addressed in or maybe even hinted towards in Luke Cage leading into Iron Fist later on. But what about you, Tony?
Who'd you ask?
Things that may have disappointed you that you hope get rectified.
Okay, and Charles, this is gonna be funny for you, right? Because you know me, I'm always like, yo, nothing is perfect. This is almost the perfect show. It's hard for me to find anything wrong. The only thing I could nitpick is like, that's not Hell's Kitchen you guys are in. You can see the Brooklyn Bridge. You can't see the Brooklyn Bridge from Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, they obviously, for people who know New York, that the show they're filming it in Queens and they're filming it in Brooklyn and parts of Brooklyn. Hell's Kitchen is super nice.
Yeah, really? Hell's Kitchen is really nice now. It's like it's not. That's the Hell's Kitchen. The Hell's Kitchen you see in the show is the Hell's Kitchen it was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
that's not the way it looks now. It's all like prim and proper now.
That's why I was goofing on Jessica Jones. It was like, okay, how is it that you can how is it that when you fail these cases you still have enough money to work in Hell's Kitchen, which is a nice fucking area. The rent is super high there.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't. Yeah, exactly. But I can't really. Oh, go ahead, man.
Actually, the other issue, the Avengers Tower is missing from there, and that's just a small nitpick. Whenever you see
I hadn't even thought of that. That's valid.
Whenever you see the MetLife building, that is not supposed to be there. Yeah, that is where the Avengers building is supposed to be. In fact, they do a one shot. Okay. You see, both shows have done shots where they've filmed from Brooklyn or whatever, looking over into Manhattan, and you see this MetLife building there. That's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, you know what? I guess that is a pretty good.
That's the oversight, bro.
Yeah, I guess I can nitpick that. I felt like even though they were clearly referencing Marvel Cinematic stuff, I didn't feel they did it as much. Like I thought Jessica Jones did it a lot better because they actually name dropped. They actually said Captain America. They actually said Thor. Yeah. This one they're like, oh yeah, Magic Hammer. Oh, the flag waver. It's like. Come on, I wanted a little bit more, but again, these are just little nitpicks. Every episode was like almost perfect to me, so it's very hard to nitpick. But yeah, those little things are pretty much it for me. It's nothing big like that. And like you said, some of the other things, we're going to discuss later about what we want for season 2, because that's the other thing. Because they dropped 2 things. I'm like, whoa, what's that about? But they never capitalize on it,
Do we think that they do that because they feel like those big events would take you out of the experience? Because in the beginning of Daredevil, they're like, the price of this building is dropped because of the incident. And he's like, oh, we're calling it the incident now? And it's like, oh, well, we don't want to talk about hell raining down from the skies. I'm like, would it have been that, like, jarring of an instance to actually mention the Avengers?
I don't think so, because it clearly says Marvel at the beginning of each episode. You know what you're getting into. Right. And I don't see why you can't go, oh yeah, when the aliens showed up and blew everything up.
I think they don't. But the thing is, I think because Daredevil comes from this kind of grounded world, the minute you start talking about aliens and things like that, that's when we start going into crazy world. We're still trying to believe that this is a real world that they're in.
But at the same time, I feel that was them being a little hesitant because, again, with Jessica Jones, they didn't have those restrictions. They flat out said what happened.
They didn't say a bunch of aliens fell down.
Well, they said alien attack, dude.
I think also for Jessica Jones, she's more super than Daredevil. So she can get away with sort of things like that a little bit more because you're already suspending she's got superpowers. She can lift super things. So we're already in kind of super town with her. Daredevil, it's like, okay, he has this thing. You could see it as some sort of sense or some sort of power or whatever.
But yeah, even his villain isn't superpowered. So
so they're trying. It's obvious that they're trying to keep him a little more grounded.
True that. So what about you, Hayden? Was there anything takeaways?
They were pretty much already. It was all pretty much stated. But me personally, I probably would choose to hark mainly on the costume. It just bothered me. I don't know. I mean,
you're talking about the red.
Yeah, it's not like it was enough where I was like, oh, it's killing the show. But it was just one of those things. It's like this show is near perfect. This is how you mess up the perfection. Like really? No, I don't get it. Like this is something you're supposed to knock this out the park. But I mean, honestly, no. There's really not a lot of complaints I would have. Anything I would say is just nitpicking stuff, and most of the stuff was already mentioned. I didn't really even think of the Avengers Tower being missing, but that is a pretty big deal. I think part of it all comes from the fact that Daredevil was the first of the line of these Netflix shows, so they didn't know if this was going to be successful or not. They didn't know if it was going to be a hit. You know what I mean? So now that they know that this is a big deal, and they're going to
have all the Marvel sitting there.
I think they're going to. I think they're going to. I was legitimate. Don't be shocked. If Daredevil like trips over a web or something, and it goes and it's Spidey and it keeps going.
Bruh.
That might happen.
If he trips over a web, listen. Let this man trip over a web in the first 15 seconds of season 2. I'm gonna be on 3 a.m. on Twitter like, hell no.
I also, this is also, thinking about the later films, I would wish that they also kind of mention some of the things that happen, at least in the shows.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
I mean, granted, these shows seem a bit more connected to the Marvel world than the kind of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and what's her face?
Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
Yeah, Agent Carter. I didn't watch the second season, but it was very detached from everything. Which I mean, it's kind of a prequel to everything, so it's kind of understandable. But even then, I would expect it to tie in a little bit better to things now. Which in a way it did with Ant-Man. So there is that.
But
part.
even then, it really stayed. At no point do you ever get that she had all these crazy adventures. You just know she was part of the coalition.
The early stages of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The coalition. I don't know.
Well played.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say, to offer that, I hope Marvel goes off further than that. I don't want them to just mention something. I want to see some of these characters from these shows appear in future Marvel movies.
Yeah, like how also you see like fucking Daredevil show up in Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That would be great. It would fit.
Spider-Man can even mention him and be like,
you don't even need to have him be Daredevil. It's like, hey, this guy's gonna be taken to court. Who's his lawyer? Matt Murdock. Some guy goes, oh, another guy in a red suit. What the heck's going on here? He's like, listen, I'm nothing like that guy.
All right, so on the flip side, I'm definitely hyped. I would love to have all of the show characters appear in the films in some way. But which character do you think would make the most sense to appear in the TV shows from the films, in the Daredevil shows specifically?
Okay, are we talking about for season 2 or in the future? Because I already know.
In the future.
Bullseye, man, you got to have him like.
No. I'm talking about somebody currently in the Marvel films.
Oh, currently? Okay.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man would be the natural fit, but I'm trying. I need to think about this one because obviously the obvious answer is Spider-Man, right? But we have other people.
I can see Black Widow.
I think
But
yeah.
you're saying can we only use? Are we saying all characters from all the comic book movies? Or are we saying
No,
only
just
based on
just
what
Marvel.
Marvel
Yeah,
owns?
like you could have Iron Man
Okay.
showing up
like
at
the
the law offices.
actual, yeah, the potential partnerships, the partnership that actually exists right now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, because I mean, obviously, you know, the
Yeah,
obvious one, but
No,
What's-
imagine like they're walking through a courtroom and then Tony Stark's is there, you know, something like that.
yeah.
Hey, you do good work in Hell's Kitchen, don't you?
yeah, but I just don't feel Captain America or Iron Man would be
No,
fitting.
they wouldn't fit.
That's unless they do Born again, because they both show up in that.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess Spider-Man would be the automatic answer there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man and
Unless-
Daredevil are kind of linked at the hip, so it's
Yeah.
kind of a given.
And it would be
So
perfect if they had the rights.
that's-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'd want Wolverine, but obviously we're not gonna get that.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
not gonna
if they
happen.
had the rights, Wolverine would fit perfectly in Daredevil setting.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah, they really would.
Well, I mean, they
That's-
literally fought the same ninjas, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, all the time. All the time.
Enemy of the state,
Alright.
baby.
All right, so now let's get into the discussion for the second season. And I'll start it off by discussing who I'm the most excited to see. And it's mainly because of who's cast in the role, and that's the Punisher.
Yes.
Because the guy that played Shane on Walking Dead, like, once they cast him, I was like, how did anybody not think about this beforehand? Because it is perfect, like, just for the way he carries himself and just everything. And now that we've seen the trailer and we've seen what he does in the role, and those little snippets, it's looking really good for the Punisher. And I think he's going to steal the show, much like Kingpin did in the first season.
Bruh.
So, what about you, Scott?
It's probably gonna be a clean sweep, but it's the Punisher. Because I mean, everything that he's coming to do. What they think it's an army? It ain't no army. It's one man. One man with every gun you can think of.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna be a little tame with some of the stuff he did, but in this latest trailer, he has a damn Gatling gun.
Yeah.
I was
Bruh,
like,
bruh, he popped somebody point blank range in the head, and you saw the blood splatter. Like he popped somebody like, oh, you still alive? Nope. Nope. And
what about you, Manny?
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about Elektra, though. Again, it's the costume thing that bugs the hell out of me. I like.
What? Like, have we seen her actual costume though?
Yeah, she in the promotions they show her costume. She's literally just wearing a ninja outfit with like red on the corners, which is a little disappointing. I kind of wanted to see her all in red.
You want to see Elektra's?
I want to see. Hey, listen, you know,
Yeah.
even that one from the Daredevil movie wasn't even that good. She's just wearing a leather tube top, you know.
I don't know. Maybe she'll upgrade at the end and like run the hand.
See now, you just put Elektra in a freaking bikini.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
See some of that titties.
Wow. Well,
Hate it. What's
There's
your
nothing.
most-
I mean, obviously Punisher. I think he's gonna. I mean, if done well, and based on what they did in the first season, which was pretty much everything, I think that this character, he's just gonna be lethal. Like I foresee a lot of carnage, and I think he's gonna be a fan favorite for season 2. And there's gonna be
had the
talks
line.
about it. Oh, go ahead.
My bad. He had the line of all the trailers.
Yeah.
I do what you can't do. You put them down, they get back up. I put them down, they stay down.
Word.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
enough to be
hey,
Yeah, I mean that's where I want to jump in at, because my thing is I love the idea of the Punisher being in this, because it shows Daredevil what he can become if he keeps going down that road, the extreme version. And here's the thing I'm kind of excited about, because all the trailers seem to point Punisher as being a villain, right? Remember, Punisher is not exactly a villain. He's an anti-hero, right? So you got to remember, he's still a good guy, right? I mean, there's a subjective term, but he's still a good guy, right? So he is like Daredevil, only if he actually kills people. So I'm going to love to see their whole psychological warfare like they had in the comics. Daredevil's like, I'm nothing like you. And he's like, yeah, not yet, but you can be me, you know, and I'm being the, you know, the you that you should be. I want to see all that. And like you said, Charles, the actor is perfect. This is like, I can't like imagine a better Punisher. And the other reason I'm excited is because Punisher is one of those characters. Okay, here's the thing. Hollywood has had a ton of great Punisher movies. They just haven't been called the Punisher. You know, John Wick was a fucking Punisher movie, right? You know, this is the shit we've been waiting for, a real Punisher. And I love the fucking like body armor he has with the skull on it too. I'm like, okay, they're not shying away from that. And like you said, my man has a Gatling gun. He is not fucking around, man. This is gonna be crazy. Imagine like 100 ninjas coming at him. Forget about it. Can't fucking wait.
Yep, and I'm curious to see that hospital sequence that we got teased in this last trailer.
What's going on in there, Charles? What is happening?
Daredevil look pissed off. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Bruh, when he had Daredevil tied up to the chimney with the
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
With the metal lock stuff, bro. I'm like, Daredevil, you know this man like this nigga really caught me and tied me up.
Now that like, is another thing that's gonna be interesting to see him and Daredevil fighting hand to hand, because we got new tease for that too. I'm like, you know, in my mind, I would imagine that being pretty one-sided.
Pretty one-sided. Oh, Punisher gonna get them palms. But, well, he better, if he ain't got a gat, he's getting bopped. He's gonna get bopped. So it should be interesting. I want to see how they're gonna make that work. So
that's real. I feel like this season's gonna expand into, like you were saying, where it's gonna expand it. So when we get Iron Fist and then Luke and all them, it kind of brings it all together. Because with the whole hand situation, and then Styx is back again with the hand, like because he keeps telling him it's a bigger war than you think. This is bigger than you think.
Yeah.
So I think that's what this second season's gonna do, is open it up, and I think it's gonna leave more cliffhangers at the end than we probably want. But it's a necessity to get us to the next part, to the next chapter of everything.
Which was basically leads into what my next question was gonna be. What are the predictions that y'all have for the second season? Some things that y'all think are gonna go down. Like, are we all pretty sure that the unmasked character is the guy that he thought that he killed in the first season?
Oh, Nobu, right?
Yeah. Do y'all think that's Nobu, or you think it's gonna be someone else?
I mean,
the only way it makes sense to me is it be Nobu, because who else would surprise us in that way?
Yeah, and then the other thing is having it be Nobu shows you that the hand has the power to resurrect people. Yeah, that's the thing you got to bring up too. So yeah, that'd be great, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be Nobu. Do we think we're gonna see Kingpin by the end of it?
Oh shit!
I think if they're planning a season 3, they'll save him for season 3.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to just see a little cameo, but it's like I want to see a little cameo, but at the same time, I don't want to see it. I just want it to be focused on the hand specifically. You know, this in anticipation. This is the only kind of worry I may have. This may sound kind of weird, but this is my kind of worry, that the show may focus too much on what's going on with the hand and all that, the kind of super heroic stuff, because I like the balance they had in the first season of showing the kind of normal lawyer stuff and then the superhero stuff, you know. So I hope we kind of get that balance there, because, you know, again, it
really doesn't seem like we're getting much of that.
Yeah, it just seems
like he's just Daredevil mode the whole time.
Yeah, like I want to see the Matt Murdock part of it too, you know, because I love the way they did that in the first season.
Yeah, that means we're gonna see that suit all the time. Manny ain't gonna be too happy.
But this new suit looks better.
They did some adjustments to it. Yeah.
Honestly, if the action is on pace is with the quality of the first season, I'll survive. You know.
Yeah, the suit is, which is hilarious. You know, back in the old days, it's like, oh my god, the suit doesn't look like nowadays. It's like, if the story's cool, you can look past the suit stuff. But as far as it looks pretty cool. Like, they did the right adjustments here and there to make it look more Daredevil-y. And still keep it kind of grounded in the reality of that they're trying to portray in the films too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, are you all going to be binge watching it this weekend?
For me, it's gonna be very difficult because of this thing right here. But
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm actually leaving for C2E2 tomorrow, so probably gonna see if I can watch something on Friday. But I'm probably gonna see what I can do. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I already told you, you and Sky this. Like, I want to, but things pop up this weekend. Like, I got a friend I'm gonna go see on Friday, and I got something else on Saturday. So, if I'm gonna do any kind of super binging, it might be on Sunday. But I'm definitely gonna catch a couple episodes. You said Friday at 3 a.m. That's Friday, not Saturday, right?
Friday at 3
Yeah,
a.m.
Friday.
Okay, because I could sneak in a couple episodes then, So yeah, I would love to binge watch it, but I can't. But I definitely would. I binge watched the first season this weekend just to see how if I could get away with it or not, But
I'll be done with it by the time some people wake up. So, because I'm on vacation right now, so that's just how it's gonna go down. But y'all know I'm not gonna spoil anything.
I gotta work, but I don't have to be to work till 2 p.m. So I will be up at 3 a.m. So hopefully I should be able to get through most of it.
You're gonna take those cat naps throughout Thursday, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's a given. That's a given. Cat naps all day Thursday. Be up at 3 a.m. to watch that joint.
All right, so I'm gonna end the show with one last surprise question for everybody. Considering this has to be a character that hasn't been hinted at, there's no news, they haven't made any appearance, but in the Netflix TV show format, and I'm going to take Moon Knight out of this because we've talked about Moon Knight a lot on Panel to Panel as like one of the characters that would do well on Netflix. But tell me a character or a team, or doesn't have to be a hero, it can be a villain, that you would love to see get a Netflix series after all this stuff that's going on right now. And don't worry about licensing issues because that shit might change within the next 2-3 years. So feel free to use anybody that comes to mind. Me personally, maybe a little weird, but I would like to see Blade because he fits so well.
God damn it!
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
My bad, man. And let us answer first.
Well, I was gonna give y'all time to think about it, and I didn't think anybody was gonna say Blade. Go ahead. Run.
I was gonna say Blade mainly because I want them to revisit that franchise. Wesley, I think, could still do it. He literally could still do it. Like he looks the same. Which I think is.
I don't know. He must have been like in like a hyperbaric chamber or something when he was in jail because I saw him recently. I'm like, he looks the same.
He looks exactly the same.
He's like past the 57 still.
You see him in that Samsung commercial. You see him in that Samsung commercial with Lil Wayne. He does look the exact same.
I'm looking at him like, why does Lil Wayne look older than Wesley Snipes? Wesley Snipes is like 50 years old. True. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Obviously, Wesley Snipes Wesley had absolutely no stress in jail.
None. That man was in the weight room and then getting like a good 12 hours of sleep and drinking the finest of Cambodian breast milk. Because I have no idea how you just don't age.
Somebody tried to run up on him. It was like, nah, bro, that's Blade, bro. You don't want the problems.
You don't want those feet in the face. I'm just saying, I think he can honestly still do it. It would be a great segue, a way for them to measure interest for making a new Blade movie. Because I want them to completely erase the existence of 3. Like 3 never happened. You start the movie, you start the TV show, like he wakes up from the slumber, and that shit was a dream. It never happened.
I want them to erase Sticky Fingers too.
Yeah, man, like cross-eyed
That's another reason.
Yeah,
Sticky Fingers Blade should never.
I had to erase that from my memory until y'all just said something about it.
I forgot there was 3. I forgot there was 3 Blades, man. I thought it was 2.
3 Blades in a TV series, man.
All right, so Tony, what character would you pick?
Shit. See, I didn't really think about this, and you kind of did take Blade, you bastard. This will never happen. I would actually love and you said non-franchise, right? Could be outside. I would actually love fucking Wolverine, like a 13-episode thing, like real gritty ass Wolverine cutting motherfuckers up. That would be dope,
Enemy of the State in the TV series.
Man, you say it will never happen, but I think the next Wolverine movie is the last, and what's his name is done doing it. So
Yeah.
they might be looking to do something else with that.
I'm talking about, I want like more like. Well, here's the thing. People need to understand. Marvel can technically do a Wolverine TV series. Remember, they own the rights to Wolverine in the TV front. They own all the rights. It's just Fox is doing it in the movie front. They can.
They don't own all of it in TV.
Yeah, no, but they can't do it
because Sony is doing. No, Fox is doing the Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
And Professor X's son, Legion. Yeah. Which I'm hyped for those. Like, I actually think those are gonna be pretty interesting. But what about you, Manny?
What about Shang-Chi, man? Give him his own series.
Well, I'm sure.
Awesome, by the way, man.
I'm sure in Iron Fist, Shang-Chi is gonna just show up.
Yes, man.
You can't have Iron Fist without Shang-Chi in there. But let's see. As far as Marvel characters go,
Dracula.
What, the Tomb of Dracula?
Yeah,
I mean, that's really, you're gonna do that. But, if anything, you do Tomb of Dracula with Blade.
Yeah.
You give Dracula the little pencil mustache like Zorro. But let's see, what is it?
Oh God, no.
Let's see. I would go with well, if we could. No, I mean, yeah, let's do it. I would say Fantastic Four series.
Oh shit!
What?
Ooh, I
didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that one either.
As a series, I think that would work.
I think because of just the family dynamic they have, and we get a lot more time to kind of develop all of the characters. You can develop a really awesome Doctor Doom. Not that
finally.
Yeah, instead of him just essentially just walking into a room and getting powers,
Oh my God.
Why do they always have to give him powers? He doesn't have any powers. He's just a dude that's smart.
Yeah.
Yep. They really got to work on that. And I think Marvel Disney would do a better job with Doom if they had the rights to him, for sure.
They better do a better job with Fantastic Four in general, bro.
I mean, they can't. I mean, by default, sure.
Yeah, there's no. They can't do any worse at this point.
They can't do worse than that.
Here's the thing: it's like if you could listen, they already crossed that precipice of making an off-kilter friggin' team. Guardians of the Galaxy should not have worked, but it did.
Yeah.
And what do y'all think? Would y'all be okay if they brought the current Doom into the films? Like the Doom that we have in the comics now, which he's not, he's not deformed, he's not wearing the mask or anything.
No, they can't do that.
You want the mask, you want the Doom mask.
Yeah, it's not even just that. It's that he's too powerful right now. So if you were to just bring him as he is now, it's like we were gonna well, where did he get like who is this guy? Because there's a lot of people that don't know his origin story. Doom is my favorite comic book character in Marvel, possibly ever. Period. Like I am a huge Doom. Like that character is me. Basically, that's what I want to be. And like, when you look at where he's at now, where this is a person that became so powerful, he was essentially God. He said, "I found it boring, so I relinquished it." Like, okay, how do you bring that in? And then like with no backstory, everyone's looking at this dude like, who the fuck is this? Like, no, you can't do that. I would want them to start from the basics, show why he is how he is, like explain like what happened to his parent, like him being of gypsy descent. Saying his family being persecuted, him going through adversities, him being kind of a loner, the accident that happened to him that everyone else misconstrued because they assumed that he failed his experiment, but you find out he actually went to hell and found the soul of his mother. Like, he's a very complicated character. I'd want them to do justice with that.
So did Hayden just describe a Doom TV show?
I think he did. I think he did.
I mean, it's not like I've been sitting here for like, almost 15 years of my life thinking about this stuff,
You know what they should do? It'd be like you ever read the Book of Doom?
Yeah,
Books
of Doom, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got that too. Yeah, that was great.
That's the painted one.
Yeah, I do have that one actually. That was great.
That'd be all, yeah. If they made her Doom anything, I'm watching it. I'm biased, I'll be honest. So don't listen to me.
Charles, you should already know who mine is.
Carnage.
Yep. In this format, as dark as Carnage can get,
that would work really well. Actually,
I'm wondering like how would the show be structured though?
Him in an insane asylum and talking about, like I would start him off in an insane asylum and have him talking to a therapist or something. and then just going through everything that he went through with this symbiote attached to him, and him just being having this hunger and want to just kill, and then you just show him killing people.
See, if they were to do a Carnage show, they would have to do an entire season before he was even in the symbiote. I think.
Like, which they could do because there's plenty.
Yeah,
because Cassidy's crazy.
Yeah, they'd have to just show Cassidy being crazy and whatnot, and that would be interesting to people, I suppose. But my thing with Carnage is like if you do a Carnage show, which you can do.
You almost have to have Spider-Man at some point.
Not even that. I would say you'd have to at least preface it with the Venom show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much have to. Which isn't a bad thing in my opinion. That's just I'd watch both. So.
Well, hey, Sony is trying to do Venom stuff, but they're trying it's not related to the Spider-Man shit. I'm like,
which doesn't make any sense. Come on, stupid. Someone at Marvel's got to be like, you know what, enough. Like, stop.
We'll put a Venom in.
Yeah, like stop taking these comic characters that know the origin, throwing the origin away. Like, stop doing it.
I feel like they're doing that, so Marvel will be like, listen, do you just want us to buy this from you too? Do you want to take us some money?
They're gonna keep doing stupid shit too. Marvel's
like letting emails leak, like, oh yeah, we're gonna cast this person as Venom, and we're gonna go ahead and not have a Spider-Man with, and then Marvel just be like, listen, here's the money, just let us use him. Y'all get your back pay, and you ain't just stop it.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all fucked up. We're taking it back. Sorry. That's it.
Yeah. Here's the money for it, Sony. Oh, appreciate it. We were never going to do this anyway, but thank you for the money.
Well, hey. Shouts out to everybody that did jump in and watch the show. I saw that we had viewers jumping in and out. But we really appreciate y'all checking it out. Let us know the characters that you think would have good Netflix series, and if you're excited about Daredevil Season 2, and your predictions for the show as well. Hit the comment section and let us know. And also, of course, be sure to check out the other shows on thecoalition.com. The Throwdown, which Manny and Tolin Polanco are a part of. Check out the Co-op, which myself and Hated appear on every now and then. The Panel show, the Knights of the Turntable podcast, and Otanime as well. We have a lot of shit for y'all to check out.
We got more coming soon, actually. So.
Got more coming soon.
Yeah, but, by the way, quick thing, though. Our next Throwdown, who's going to be on it? My man Charles.
Yes, I am going to make an appearance on the next Throwdown. I haven't been on the Co-op. Apparently, people have been asking about me on the Co-op. And I've been missing, the last 4 or 5, I think.
Uh-oh.
They miss you, man.
They miss me roasting people. That's
what it is. Bring gaming back.
We're gonna have to have that. I need to be on another episode with a hip hop gamer, man. I got some work to do.
Let you two go at it, man. Holy shit. Yeah, the next story is gonna be cool. Cause I'm calling it the all new. Remember how X-Men when they got the all new team? It's gonna be like that because we have most of the regulars are gone. It's gonna be only 2 regulars, so we're bringing in a whole new squad. Charles among them. The all-new Throwdown.
So it's like the Throwdown X Factor team. That's what this is.
Basically, for this episode, because
it's accurate because it's gonna get canceled after.
Yeah, that's on my
basically.
Or you could call it Ultimate Throwdown.
No, it's all new Throwdown for that one episode, giant size Throwdown.
There we go. That's great. That works. Giant size Throwdown.
But with me today, I had Tony Polanco.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, man. Daredevil, let's go.
Let the devil out. Hey, the greatness.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on as well. Shout outs to the coalition as you. Wow, that dedication.
Motherfuckers.
Emilio Lopez.
Daredevil.
Nice. And Sky, of course.
The Summers Brothers could be a good Netflix show too. Cyclops and Havoc. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right.
That sounds like the. It's the way you said it together. It sounds like the Smuckers brothers.
I'm just saying, though. Do their whole
Summers Brothers.
If you do something with the Vulcan, then yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you have all of that together.
But
as a TV show, because you can develop it.
Fox already ruined that because Havoc's like Cyclops' grandfather at this point. So
yeah. Right. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let me tell you. Watch Daredevil Friday. Watch Daredevil Friday, people. There you go.
Watch
Or peace
everything
out.
Friday. That's what I'll say.
Or peace out, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Later.